Hello, hello. Sorry for being a little bit late. We went on. So if you don't follow me, if you're, obviously I'm in a group that has a ton of people in it. We just drove probably it's 27 hours straight, but we stopped and we've got 3 kids in the car. So it's probably a little over 30 hours and got here last night to Arizona. And we woke up this morning. We slept in, thankfully, and we went on a little hike this morning. So we were running a little late. So if you are joining in live, please comment. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're joining from. Drop your name because I am using an app called StreamYard, so I don't always see the names if you haven't given StreamYard the permission for that. So go ahead, drop your name in the comments. Let me know where you're joining from. And what we're going to do today, hey, Sarah, is I am going to dive in to our amazing meal replacement protein beauty shake. And so I hope that this will give you guys some insight as to why, how this compares to other things. Hey, Lynette, other products that are out on the market that are similar to it, and what makes this stand out from what else is out there. And then I'm also going to share with you that we've got some amazing limited edition flavors that just got released that you can get your hands on, but you got to get your hands on them quick. And so hopefully after you learn a little bit more about the product itself, you will also then be ready to jump in and join us on the amazingness of the shake. That is my fuel for after this hike that we just went on. This is the brownie batter with a little bit of PB2 peanut butter powder, shaken with water and ice. That's it. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. Okay. So I gave everyone a couple minutes to hop on. If you end up watching the replay, drop replay in the comments so we know that you watched. If you end up having any questions, ask questions as we go. I am going to do my best to answer questions. I do typically when I do presentations like this, I have a dual screen, but I am on vacation. So I do not have my typical setup. So I'm going to do my best to pay attention to the questions as well as, answering questions as we go. But if I'm not able to do that, I absolutely will answer questions later on. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I bet you I won't be able to share my screen because I'm not using 2 screens. Okay. So what we're going to do is let me see. I did not even think about that, you guys. I had this whole presentation put together and I'm wondering if I won't be able to share it because I only have a single screen. Let me see. All right. I know we've got New York. I figured I could, Sarah. Just share desktop. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that now. Perfect. I see it. It's working. Wonderful. Okay, here we go. So we are going to talk about our product today, which is called Nourish. I am going to leave it in this view because I think if I go into presentation view, yeah, it takes up my whole screen and then I can't see what I'm doing. So we're just going to do it this way. So what I want to start off with, and I hope that you guys can see this. No. Someone tell me if it's readable for you guys. Can you tell me if you can? I know I keep playing with the view. Is it big enough that you guys can see it? Because I can always widen it here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to see comments as I go. I know I've got some of my amazing friends and associates on here. So if you guys are asking questions as I present and I can't answer, they can hop in. And if it's not something that they can answer, I will answer after I am done. But the first thing that I want to show you all is a comparison. And so I want to make sure that this is big enough that you can see this. So this is taking a look at some of the other meal replacement products out on the market, okay? And I want to highlight 2 specific things. The number of calories in our product compared to others, as well as the source of our carbohydrates. Okay. So what you're going to see here we have 80 to 90 calories. So some of the brownie batter is at 80, the coconut cream is at 90. And to be honest, I haven't looked at the limited edition flavors yet, but we've got 80 to 90 calories per shake. Now, it's important to remember that as you start adding more to it, so if I were to make this with oat milk, if I added PB2 powder, as you add more things to it, you're going to change the calorie count. But starting at a lower calorie count of only 80 to 90 calories gives you a lot of room as far as what you want to add to it without increasing that calorie count too high, which is something I really appreciate. Then, in addition to that, our carbs. So our 4 of the 5 grams of the carbohydrates in our product comes from fiber. And we're going to talk about that specific fiber, which is the star of our show, which is our galacto-oligosaccharides. Okay. So it is really important, especially for anyone that has digestive issues, anyone that has had any sort of, if they've had any type of stomach or intestine or any type of gut surgery, the higher fiber count and the lower sugar count is really key. And what you'll notice is we have 0 sugars. Ours is sweetened with stevia, which is a plant-based sugar. And so actual sugar does not come up in our nutrition label. And that is, you will see that not a single other protein powder on the market has that. Okay. So these really stand out. It's also important to note that our protein is from yellow pea and brown rice. So it's vegan. Okay. So that's also a really important thing. And we do have 16 grams of protein in every single one of our shakes. What I'm going to go into deeper though is what else is added to this shake and why it is so good for you. Okay. So what are our key ingredients? We've talked about the plant-based protein. Okay. And if you've ever listened to me talk on any of our other products, the other thing you're going to find in here is our B vitamins. Our B vitamins are fermented with yeast. This makes them the most bioavailable form of B vitamins on the market. Okay. Because of that fermentation process, if you think about the fermentation process of foods, okay, it increases the nutritional value of the food and improves your body's ability to break that down and utilize it within the entire system. So B vitamins fermented with yeast is the most bioavailable form of a B vitamin that you can put inside your body. Okay. Then, within those B vitamins, we have our folate. Our folate is methylated. Also very important. Methylated folate, especially with anyone that has anything like the MTHFR gene mutation, is required for the body in order to utilize the folate. And that's because, again, it needs to be bioavailable. It needs to be readily available into the system. And that methylation is what does that. Okay. Our mineral profile within our protein shake is chelated. So all of the minerals in there are chelated. This is through a patented process, a patented system called TRAACS, TRAACS, okay? The real amino acid chelate system. A chelated mineral means that the mineral itself is wrapped in an amino acid, again, making it the most bioavailable, digestible form of the mineral within the body, okay? Minerals are typically very difficult for the body to digest and use properly. So by making it bioavailable, by chelating it, we are ensuring that the body is going to be able to do with it what it needs in order to improve our overall health. Okay. In addition to all of that, we have powerful tocotrienols. So tocotrienols are the other form of vitamin E. If you were to pull off the shelf anything in your cupboard that has vitamin E, whether it's a vitamin or a food, you're going to see tocopherol. Tocopherol is one type of vitamin E, and then you've got tocotrienol. Tocotrienol is 40 to 60 times more potent and bioavailable within the body than a tocopherol. And ours comes from an annatto plant. It's an annatto extract. Okay. So that form of vitamin E, again, highest protection, highest antioxidant value, highest bioavailability to the body in order to provide all the goodness that vitamin E gives us internally. Okay. Now you take all of that, okay, all of those vitamins and minerals, those key vitamins and minerals that we need, that plant-based protein, and then you also add a proteolytic digestive enzyme blend. Why is that important? So many times when we are doing a protein shake or we're doing a high protein diet, okay, the most difficult thing for our bodies to do is to break down the protein and be able to use it appropriately. Well, in order to assist the body in doing that and make sure that what you are using, what you are drinking, you're actually getting the value from, we've added a proteolytic digestive enzyme blend. And what that means is proteolytic means protein splitting. This digestive enzyme blend is going to assist your body in breaking the proteins down to its most digestive form into those amino acids and then distribute them through the body so that the body can use them to repair, replenish, and do whatever it needs to with those amino acids. Really thoughtful in how this was put together. Okay. And then add on top of that, okay, a superfood blend that has alfalfa sprouts and greens and all good stuff that you're not going to eat on your own. Okay. Guarantee it. Well, I'd say 99% of people aren't going to eat on their own. And this superfood blend is also designed to balance the gut. But that's not even the star of the show, you guys. So that's all the other stuff in our protein shake, in our Nourish, but that's not even what separates it the most from anything on the market. We have an ingredient that literally is the only, and we are the only company, the only product to have this ingredient in the entire United States. Okay. So what is that? The star of the show within our Nourish is what's called Oliglow. Okay. Oliglow is I have a spelling error there. It's a galacto, there's a T there, galacto oligosaccharide. Galacto oligosaccharides are found in other foods. Okay. You're going to find these. It's a type of prebiotic fiber. So galacto oligosaccharides support gut health and immune system health. However, our specific form of this galacto oligosaccharide is structurally similar to something called human milk oligosaccharide. Okay. Human milk oligosaccharide is something only found in human breast milk, but it is a unique compound originally discovered in the 1930s, but unable to be kind of pinpointed as to what was so special about it until just recently. Okay. And probably within like the last 15, 20 years. Okay. So this is a unique compound that's found in human breast milk, and it provides gut strengthening nutrients for infant nutrition. They have recognized the importance of these HMOs to the point that they are, Abbott Labs is doing research on how to create them in order to put them into formula so that for those infants that are not getting the breast milk, they are still able to get these HMOs through the formula that they're being given. But it hasn't been a standard up until, and now the research is picking up. Okay. So now for all of us who are, older, right? I'm not going to go into age designation, but if you're older and you've been suffering from gut health issues, immune system issues, okay, one of the things most people don't know is that if you have any type of skin issue, okay, so if you've had any sort of skin issue, acne, dark spots, redness, dryness, skin dryness, anything like that, that can actually be due to an imbalance in your gut, okay? And if you know me, you know I could get on a whole spiel on gut health, but I'm gonna tame it and just really focus in on what Nourish can do, okay? So Oliglow is able to, because of the structure of Oliglow, okay, this is what separates it. It's a patented product. Because of the structure of Oliglow, it can actually induce the growth of two specific type of probiotics or good gut bacteria, specifically lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, okay? And it can do that better than any other GOS on the market, and it's because of its structure. Okay, it's because of how similar it is to this HMO product, this human milk oligosaccharide that is naturally found in human breast milk. Okay, so let me show you a look at what your gut looks like. So before Oliglow, so you can see down here, there's a reference into the clinical studies that have been done. Okay, so before Oliglow, these little marks along your gut lining, okay, that's the bacteria. Okay, this is what your gut looks like before 30 days of 2 grams per day of Oliglo. This is what the gut looks like afterwards. So that increased production of that good gut bacteria is what's helping to promote the health of the gut overall. Okay. Before I get further into the clinical studies, let's just take a look a little bit further into what is HMO. Okay. So HMO has been found to contain, so the gut contains millions of neurons that comprise more than 70% of the body's immune system. Okay. There is a distinct connection between the gut, brain, and immune system, as well as the skin itself. Okay. And so you can see this direct link between all three of them. Okay. Same with over here. These HMOs, you can see them in here working. They have a role in each of these systems. Okay. So HMOs interact with the microbiota and cells in the wall of the gut. They directly modulate the production of the immune system, and they modulate markers associated with neuron function, synaptic function in your brain, the nerves in your brain's ability to communicate with each other. Okay. So the studies on Oliglo have actually been focused more on what it does from a skin health standpoint. But we know that HMOs themselves have an important function in the gut, brain, and immune system. So you're really getting a whole body impact with these protein shakes. Okay. So let's go ahead and show you some of the clinical studies. So these were clinical studies done with real people drinking the shakes that include Oliglo for 12 weeks. Okay. So this first one here, you can see this significant reduction in redness. Okay. Over weeks. This is weeks 0 to 4. This is 8. And this is 12. Okay. So week 4, week 8, week 12. Okay. That's pretty significant reduction in the redness of the skin. And there was special like tools. And if anyone's interested, I have like the pictures of the tools that they use to measure this. Okay. I just don't want to go too overboard with this. Then they're looking at the melanin index. So the higher your melanin, the darker your skin is and the higher the pigmentation is. And that usually happens when there's been overexposure to sunlight. Okay. So again, this is a reduction in the melanin index over weeks 0 to 12. So the longer that they were taking this, ingesting this Oliglo, the higher the reduction in the skin pigmentation, or the melanin index overall. Okay. Then they also looked at the hydration level of the upper level of our skin. So that epidermis level of our skin. And you can see again, over time, 4, 8, and 12 weeks, the increase in the hydration level just with using Oliglo. So our skin hydration is a direct correlation to what's going on internally in our body. So that dry skin usually means that there's something wrong internally. Okay. And you can see it up here for any of those that are also like researchers or scientists or anything like that. This p value of being less than 0.05 means that it's clinically significant. It was testable, reproducible. You could use an instrument to test it and you could see the difference. Okay. And then this is the same. So this is another depiction of the effect on the skin barrier function and that increased ability to increase the water holding capacity of the skin. So just by using this Oliglo ingredient for 12 weeks or 3 months, okay, they saw improvement in dark spots, increased hydration of the skin. I think I duplicated one of my slides, and there was also a slide that talked about the reduction in wrinkles. So specifically in the crow's feet area of the face of women and men, a visible reduction. And so in order for it to be a visible reduction, it had to be more than 10% reduction in wrinkles. And they were able to clinically show that again with different tools, and then reduce sensitivity to the sunlight and reduced redness overall. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing here. So over just the use of this specific type of protein, prebiotic, okay, and you add in all those additional benefits of the specific plant-based, food-based vitamins, our chelated minerals, the superfood gut blend, the specific vitamin E, all with patents, proprietary blends, things that other companies on the market, other products on the market aren't going to be able to have. And you have one of the most unique protein meal replacement shakes and one of the most delicious that I've had. It's not grainy. It's not gritty. Like I said, this is ice and water. All I did was shake it. I didn't even blend it. You can blend it. Okay. So I'm going to take a moment and see if there's any questions. I do see Judy's asking, can you post those meal replacement comparison? Yes, I can post that in the comments. Absolutely. I'm just not going to do it right now because I'm afraid I'll screw something up if I try and do it on Facebook while I'm on here, but I will post it in the comments as soon as I'm done. And it's really small. Okay, that's better. Okay. So, and I think what I'll do too, guys, is I'll post these slides in the group too, like you get where someone could reference this back since I was having trouble. Usually if I have like my dual screens, it's a lot easier. So any other questions or anything like that? I hope that this was helpful. So what you can do right now. Okay. So standard line is our brownie batter and coconut cream, but we just released cinnamon roll and pumpkin spice. And there's a special gift set where you can get a canister of the Nourish shake with a really awesome tumbler with straw. And then these are limited edition. So if you have any interest in the specialty flavors, I recommend getting with the person who added you to this group or invited you to this presentation and get their link ASAP, because once they're gone and they won't be back. Brownie batter and coconut cream are part of our regular line, but the limited edition flavors are limited edition and the gift sets are limited edition as well. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions or anyone wants to message me directly, please feel free to do so. And I will get these slides and that comparison uploaded into the comments for you all to see, especially if this was a little too small for all of you to see while I was presenting. So happy day before Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone has a blessed and happy Thanksgiving with family or whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy the day, enjoy the food, and just have a wonderful rest of your day.